Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with another junk journal flip through. This is a ring bound journal. It's on the large rings. I love doing ring bound journals. They're my favourite style of journals to make, and I know I've said this so many times. I love the fact that they're so versatile and you can really stuff them absolutely full to the brim and, you know, get away with it basically, where you might not be able to in a, you know, bound journal. So let's have a look and see what we've got here. So this is card covers. The card has been covered with some sheet music here, and then it's been covered with some lace. That's the back. The front is the same, so I covered it with sheet music and then I covered it with lace and all other laces layered up, if you see what I mean. So it's got lots of different lace layered up. And then we've got a topper piece here. This is one of my lady fashion plate printables. And then we've got lots of flower appliques and various different little bits and pieces. I've got a little charm here with a bulb pin with a little charm on it, or a couple of charms on it. So we've got an Eiffel Tower, and then we've got this beautiful blue faux diamante, I suppose, or gem, and then this one here, which is in this gorgeous like ambery type color, which I'd also kind of rusted over that, so it looks very vintage. So that's just hanging from there, which kind of dangles down the side, which looks gorgeous. Then we've got lots of black lace. I've got the black lace bow. I've got one of my ribbon embellishments there with a gem, another lace bow there, little flower, and then on the rings itself I've got just some tied up sari silk and some lace, and then some neutral coloured sari silk as well. So really love how that cover looks. So going inside the journal, I didn't include a closure at all, because to be honest I just thought it didn't really need to have a closure of any kind. So it's not got a closure. Of course you could always wrap some lace around or something if you felt it needed it, but like I say, I mean, it's not kind of popping open or anything. I didn't really feel that it needed one. I tied a few different things around it and things, but actually I couldn't really find something that I thought, you know, brought anything really to the party, so I've left it closureless. So what have we got here? Okay, on the inside of the front cover, and I'm going to take out the bits that are stuffed into the pocket so that I can just show you, you know, the page kind of blank first of all. So I love the colours of this journal. So it's predominantly blacks and blues and ivory. It's very sultry and moody and, yeah, very yummy, I have to say. So I really loved this. I haven't done a sort of journal with like blacks and things for a while, and I had such a fun time making it. So on the inside of the front cover, we've got collaged up pieces from my Damask collection papers. This actually is from my autumn blush collection. Not collection, but, you know, set. And this is just some vintage sheet music. And then here, this is from my perfume collection papers. And I just made a pocket here. And then basically popped on one of my perfume bottles. This is all stapled on. So I just stapled these together to form the, you know, this pocket itself. And then I've put this down as a belly band. I've got a label here, and then one of my little faux like cabochon things there with some, this is some wax, and again we've done this in a tutorial a couple of years ago. So, and this has got some eyelash trim, which I don't very often kind of venture onto and use. So tucked in, first of all, we've got this, which is a little kind of matchbook style book. So it just tucks in like that. I've got some eyelet there and some sari silk, just kind of for decorative detail there, the sari silk just tucks in. And then tucked into there I've got a few different pieces of, you know, ephemera. Some are some vintage page, some are you know, vintage ephemera, all sorts of different things. This is my rich damask papers, and yeah, it just looks really lovely, doesn't it? So that just tucks in like that. So this was in here, so this part of the pocket, it's actually a belly band, so stapled like that. And then here I've got a journal card, which again, this was a collage masterboard. Love all the layering and things. I've got this gorgeous flower on here, and then I just gessoed over the back because it was actually onto some scrap here, or it might have been a bit page, I can't remember. So I've just gessoed over the back and then inked it up so you could then journal on the back. Love how that looks, and that just goes through the entire thing that's done like a belly band, so through there like that. Okay, and then on this facing page we've got my rich damask papers, and then here we've got, whoops, a pocket. So this is from my document headers papers, and then I've got here some black lace running all the way down the edge. Doesn't that just look so pretty? This piece here is from my Victorian London collection papers. We've got then some scripty stuff and a little bit of tracing paper there with some pearly trim. And then tucked into the side, this is just literally some of my food coloured paper, and I just stapled on a little vellum-y tracing papery piece there, and then just got some lace and some bling. And isn't that just such a simple but lovely and effective you know, journaling piece? So that just tucks in there, and then tucked in the top here I've just taken some of my damask papers there, inked it up. So everything's quite grungy in this album, oh, journal, sorry. Everything's quite grungy. Everything's, you know, well and truly inked up or coffee dyed. And then just did a faux envelope flip like that. And that just tucks into the top like that. Okay. And then going over the page again, I mean, every single page that I turn over in this album or journal, I don't know why I keep calling it an album, I just absolutely love, because I love these colours. So here again is more of that rich damask, which just makes such a really dramatic kind of base layer for the pages, as is the facing page, which also is the rich damask. So, I mean, they just look really like, wow, like really, yeah, dramatic and lovely. Here I've got a belly band piece. Again, this is just from some scrapbook paper with just some bits layered on. I've got some of my umbrella printables, lace, bling, a little bow, more lace, more bling. Really looks lovely. Here, one of my little vintage ephemera pieces. I think this is from the ephemera set, could be 5. And then just a little piece here. This is from one of my perfect pocket sets. And then tucked into there, I've just got a few pieces of writing paper basically to use as ephemera. Oops. And then a printed tracing paper version of one of my vintage photographs. And that just all wraps around, so it's kind of like held in like a sort of document wallet then. And that just tucks all into there like that. And then on this side, we've got here a gorgeous pocket. So nice large pocket there. This is from my clocks printable. And then here, this is from, again, one of my perfect pocket sets. And then here, some of the rich damask papers. We've got here some sari silk ruffled up across the bottom and some lace going down the side. Again, very, very lovely and, you know, sumptuous looking. And then here, just tucked in, I've just got a tag, which is a pocket tag. So on the front, we've got this from my curator's collection, the clocks set. Got one of my labels, various different bits collaged up, some sari silk, which of course ties in from there. And then here on the back, we've got 2 pockets, and we've just got this piece from my documents collection papers. Again, just kind of like folded in on itself, but you know, it's just giving you extra journaling space. Whoops. Oh, why do I do these things? And then I can't remember how I've actually folded these in. Oh, it's so annoying. Right. How did I fold that in? I don't know. Why have I done that? There we go. Like that. Okay, so that just tucked in on the bottom and then tucked in on the top. Again, some more there. Again, from the documents collection. And it's all been coffee dyed. So that just tucks in like that. So it's a really, you know, nice tag. So like that. Okay, and then we just tuck that all into that pocket. Oops. Oh, struggling to put things in and out of the pockets. There we go. And then turning over, again, look at this absolutely stunning page. Now, I have to say, I made this such a long time ago. And yes, you guessed it, I've been hoarding this. It's so lovely. So it's just literally a pocket. And this was a oh gosh, what do you call it? Rice paper piece, which I've decoupaged on. And I was, yes, hoarding this. Got this gorgeous polka dot ribbon with the buckle. It just looks lovely, doesn't it? And then just some lace, embroidery anglaise kind of lace there, and some white lace here, little label at the top. It just looks so pretty. And then this pocket, it's a large pocket, so stuffed into the side of there, I've got this piece, which is from my French collection papers, and then this gorgeous journal card. Again, this is a collage masterboard with a cluster on the front, one of my bow printables, some lace, and then I've just gessoed all over the back and, you know, heavily inked it. So yeah, really, really nice. So that just goes in that side pocket, oops, like that. And then here on this page, so I've got a paper clip here, oops, holding a piece onto this, which is a little flap. So this is a flap here, so you could journal here. And then here you've got, oh, provided I haven't glued this down. No, I haven't. An envelope which tucks in here behind the, oops, behind the clock piece. So this is from my clocks printable. This is from my rich damask. And then I've got one of my ribbon pieces, which again, I have those in my shop on my website. And then I've got lace running down the edge, some embroidery anglaise up there, and then tucked into this side, I've just got a piece from a vintage book, and it's just backed onto literally some book page, and it's all just been inked up and, you know, quite heavily distressed. So looks lovely. So this piece, this is vintage ephemera. Again, I've just done that weird thing, you know, where you kind of like fold it and tuck it into itself like that. So this is just a little letter, dated 1977, so not the oldest, but, you know, definitely vintage. And that folds all up, and then, like I say, that just then, whoops, tucks in like that. Okay, so then that just paper clips on there, like that. Okay, and then we go over the page. So on this side of the page, we've got then some collage masterboard, oops, collage masterboard, and then it's finished off with one of my decorative edge strips. And then here we've got one of my ribbon, you know, Rossetti type banner things. And then here we've got more lace. We've got one of my labels, another label there. And then here we've got this cabochon that, again, I've done this with one of my photograph printables, and I've just printed it very tiny so as it fits into that cabochon, and then I've obviously glossy accented over that. And then we've got lace all on there. And then here, a little cluster of items. Doesn't that just look gorgeous? So lots of that's vintage. And then, of course, we've got this, which is my Victorian London papers, and it's just printed onto some tracing paper. So that just tucks in like that. And then here on this facing page, we've got some embroidery anglaise. And then again, we've got a belly band here made from collage masterboard. And then we've got various different bits. This one is actually a pocket as well. So if you wanted to pop some bits into that, you could. Wait, let me see if I've got anything that I could pop in. No, that's going to be huge. Oh, do you know, that does fit in there. So this is just a piece from my vintage topper pieces. It's been coffee dyed. And yeah, I'm just going to tuck that into there so you've got something into that pocket. And then here, love this, I've got a paper clip, which is a paper clip wax seal, and that's holding this piece closed, which just opens out like that. And inside, contained within, you've got various pieces here, all just held together with a staple like that. So I really, really, really love the effect of this. It's so cool. And then that just holds together like that. So you've got quite a lot of journaling just in this little piece, and it's all very flat and neat. So yeah, just absolutely love it. Then going over the page again, this is maybe my favorite page in the whole journal. I'm not sure. I really, really, really do love how this looks. It's got to be said. So we've got an envelope pocket here. So the envelope pocket's done with my, I think this is from the Belgian Blue. This is the Rich Damask. This is from, of course, the Steampunk collection. And then a label here. Butterfly there from my butterflies. And then here we've got some black lace. And then, of course, on the back, it's the Damask collection papers. And then tucked into that envelope, we've got here, again, some vintage ephemera. So quite a bit of journaling space on there. And then it's just got here a couple of clustery bits, some of my French collection, and then that's all just stapled across the top with some lace and some bling. So that just goes like that. And then here we've just got one of my button card printables and a postcard printable there as well. So they just go in like that. And then here on this page, isn't this just such a feast for the eyes? We've got here, undo this. Oh, I'll just take this out first. So this is done as a tuck spot. So tucked in, I've got this, which again, this was some collage masterboard that I gessoed over the back and then just inked over it. It's got some embroidery anglaise down the side, lots of different bits layered up, some of my number tabs, some of my labels and things, a butterfly there, and then of course this lace. Isn't that just such a very pretty journal card? I love it. And it's got stitching, sorry, around the edge as well. And then here we've just got literally a sort of trifoldy piece. So it's just literally taken from a piece of printable, being coffee dyed, so it's plain on the back. Here, of course, you've got journaling space, and then you open it out, you've got journaling space here in the form of these two bits of paper that's glued down. And then on the front, just layered up a whole bunch of lovely things, including the perfume bottle. That then ties closed with some sari silk, and isn't that just gorgeous? Again, more lace, more embroidery anglaise, another one of those little ribbon banner pieces. It just looks so yummy, doesn't it? Absolutely loving this journal card, though, it's got to be said. So yeah, that just pops in like that. And then over the page we've got this, which again obviously is the reverse of that. Actually it's it's not that damask paper, this is other paper, and then I've just got some damask paper layered up. This is one of my perfect pocket sets. We've got some lace up here, and again another one of my little ribbon pieces, lace down the bottom and some bling. And then tucked into there we've got do you remember I did this stamp, the faux stamp catalogue pieces? So this is a page or a piece from that faux stamp catalogue. Absolutely love how that looks. It's all coffee dyed, and then that just folds over into four. And then of course I've got this, which is a photograph printable printed onto tracing paper. It's just stapled on in the corner. Some of my documents collection, and actually I did this in pockets, so you could definitely put some bits in there. I probably haven't got anything now that I can put in there. Oh, hang on, I might have. So yeah, I can definitely put this one in here. I probably haven't got anything for the back one, or have I? I may have. Hold on. Right, let's just take this down. Oops. So this is from my 4-page printables, ephemera pieces, and it's the set 2. So let's just tuck that. No, that's not going to fit. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Unless I fold it over. So let's just fold that over, just so we've got something in there as well. So that just goes in like that. So you've got a couple of pieces there into that pocket as well. And then this piece tucks in, whoops, tucks in to the perfect pocket like that. And then here we've got all of our plain journaling pages, and sometimes I stagger these, like, you know, a few at the front and a few at the back. Here I've got them all clustered up together, so I'm just going to whiz through these, but most of them have got something on them, be it stamping or, you know, something stuck on them or something. So they're not completely plain, but they've just got 1 or 2 little decorative details, but I'm just going to kind of whiz you through those. Again, that's one of the fabric cluster pieces, which again I have sets of those in my shop on my website. And all the stamps, I've got also stamp sets on my website as well. This one here, I think I did this as a little tuck spot, so again, you know, if you wanted to, you could probably put something in that tuck spot. I'm not going to use that because it's very white. Hold on 2 seconds, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. So yes, this is a tuck spot in here, so you could always, you know, put something in there. Then we've got some lace down here, and then we've got a label and some of my documents collection there. And then we've just got a piece here from, again, the documents collection, another label and some lace. And then, oops, going over the page, I've got one of my perfume bottles here. Sorry, I've just got a problem here with some of my There we go. Perfume bottle here, printable, and some lace. And then going over the page, this is it stuck onto the page? Hard to remember what you do. Yes, this is stuck onto the page. So this is a bunch of vintage ephemera pieces mixed in with some of that lovely deli paper. Some envelope, you know, cut out envelope, and then some more vintage ephemera there. And that's just been glued on, so it's a little kind of cluster of like a little flippy pad, but obviously it's full size, you know, to the page. And then a just ribbon piece there and some lace, so it looks super pretty. And then another page there for journaling. And then here we've got here one of those, this is one of those Lewis Carroll images, and it's on some wallpaper sample. And again, I've kind of just put some blue bits on there to tie it all in. And then going over the page, so on the back of here, I've collaged up with some damask papers and things. I've got a label here and one of my Victorian London pieces, a corner tuck pocket, and then a butterfly up there. And then here we've just got a little flip out kind of book like that. And then it's got a pocket on the front. Doesn't that front look gorgeous? That's just one of my pieces from the Curator's collection, the Clocks collection. A label, and then a piece there that tucks into that pocket. And then here on the pocket on the back, another one of those vintage photograph printables that's printed onto tracing paper, and that just tucks in there. So that just all tucks into here. So lots of journaling space in this journal. And then here on this page, again, it's my damask papers. It's all been inked up and grunged up. Looks very grungy and lovely. Collaged up some more damask paper down there. We've got some ribbon here, banner, and a bow and a piece of lace there. And then tucked in the top, got some vintage ephemera in the form of this letter, which is dated 1919. And it's plain on the back for journaling. And that just slips into here like that. And then here in this pocket, we've got here some paper there. And again, I've just stapled in a few extra pages there for journaling. They are all, you know, vintage ephemera pieces. And then here on the front, there's some doily, which has been, coffee dyed. And then I've kind of torn it in and put it in so that it actually fits onto here. And then this is from some vintage book page, and this is again from some vintage document, just stapled it on there. But doesn't that look so super cute? And that just tucks in there. Doesn't this pocket look lovely, by the way? Again, we've got a frame here with one of those pieces from the Victorian London. This is the Clocks papers again. That all just tucks in. A little piece there with some lace and some pearly trim. And then we've got a little lace cluster down there with a gem. And then turning the page over, we've got here again some well, this is some scrapbook paper, some scrapbook paper here making this big pocket. A piece here from my ephemera collection, set 5 I think it is, or 4. Piece again from the Victorian London. I've used lots of those Victorian London pieces in this. It really just kind of picked up and just went really nicely with this. Bow and some black lace. And then here, this is just a piece from a vintage book, which I've just double layered so it's kind of nice and thick. So that's a pocket, and so is this, and so is this. So you've actually got like 4 pockets on here, and you've got this little flip out here, which, you know, just looks really nice, and obviously more journaling space. So you've got here some vintage ephemera from a vintage book. So just this botanical image, it's got a ticket there just stapled on. And then here we've just got a little foldy flip down again in some of that rich damask paper. And that just goes, oh, we'll just put it in here. Like, oops, like that. Like that. And then, like I say, you've got that pocket and that pocket as well. So you've got an abundance of pockets on here. And then finally, we're on the inside of the back cover. So again, I've put some damask papers on the inside of the back cover. And then here, we've got a large pocket. So you've got a pocket here. This again, the rich damask. Another piece from the Victorian London, some ribbon, some lace, various different bits going on. Here tucked in, this is some vintage ephemera. And then we've just got it stapled onto the side like that. So that just tucks in there. And then this here is a fold out flip. Again, this is from the Clocks collection, and you've got a label. You've got some black lace here, and then this piece here is from my French collection papers. I think that's from the French collection papers anyway. I'm not sure now, can't remember. And that's on there. And then it all just ties round with some sari silk, which just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And then again, I thought we'd make this a very lacy page. So you've got lace coming off on the edge. You've got lace coming down here, which looks lovely. And then you've got one of my little ribbon embellishment pieces there with a gem. And then nearly forgot, but just tucked in here. Oh my goodness, can I get it? Oh no, pushed it in. Oh gosh, can I get it? Yeah. Okay. So then you've got just this vintage, it's in the style of a vintage photograph, but it's actually a book image, which I've just backed onto this ivory coloured card, and I've, you know, quite heavily inked it. So yeah, just looks super cute, and, you know, just the perfect thing really to tuck into there. So a lot of journaling space in this journal, and obviously it's a huge, great big bulky journal. So yeah, weighs a ton, and yeah, just hopefully lots of glorious yumminess going on in there. So I really hope that you like it. It will be on my website, which is of course shabbydabbydoodah.co.uk. And yeah, I hope you feel inspired, and I would really be grateful if you could give this video a massive thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks then. Bye.